I'm going to call the meeting to order, and we are going to start with the opportunity to say the Pledge of Allegiance for those who like to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Do we have a flag? Yes, we do. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The mission of the City School District of Albany is to work in partnership with our diverse community to engage every learner in robust education in a robust educational program designed to provide the knowledge and skills necessary for success. I'd like to entertain a motion that this is our organizing meeting, and I'd like to entertain a motion at this time to elect Christopher Honeywell as our chair pro tem. Motion by Sridhar, seconded by Vicky. All in favor? That's unanimous.
Thank you, Ms. Savage. We're going to move to the first item on the agenda. It's going to be the administration of the oath of office. Ms. Roach and Ms. Wilson have already been administered the oath, and it does not need to be repeated tonight. So we'll move ahead to Ms. Alexander Mann to be sworn in. Come up to the mic here. That's fine, yeah.
Who do you got to face? Do you want them to face?
She can face the audience, that's fine. Raise your right hand.
I, Damaris Alexander Mann, do solemnly swear
I, Damaris Alexander Mann, do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the office of board member
of the office of board member
of the Board of Education for this Albany City School District,
of the Board of Education of the Albany City School District,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
You can take your seat on the board. Congratulations. At this time, do we have a motion for nomination for President of the Board of Education? Do we have a second? Or, my apologies, who are you nominating?
Ann Savage.
Okay, do we have a second? Okay. And a vote? All in favor? That was every member. Thank you. Ms. Savage, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Ann Savage,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the President
the duties of the President
of the Board of Education for the Albany City School District
of the Board of Education of the Albany City School District
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'd now like to entertain a motion for Vice President of the Board. Do I have a motion? Sridhar? You need to state your nomination in the microphone, please.
I'd like to nominate Vicky Smith.
Is there a second? Tabitha? All in favor? That's unanimous.
Ms. Smith, can you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the Vice President of the Board of Education for the Albany City School District according to the best of my ability. Thank you.
I'd now like to entertain a motion for a Secretary of the Board of Education. Do I have a motion? Ms. Smith,
Yes, I'd like to nominate Jennifer Lang for Secretary of the Board.
is there a second? Dr. Chatur, all in favor? That's unanimous.
Ms. Lang, can you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I state your name.
I, Jennifer Lang,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the Secretary
the duties of the Secretary
of the Board of Education
of the Board of Education
for the Albany City School District
for the Albany City School District,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Thank you.
If everyone can just give us 1 minute, we're going to relocate Ms. Lang so that there's a little more room at that table. And Jen, do you want to just take this seat next to me here? Okay, because this is our organizing meeting, it means that we will be making a number of standard procedural motions to appoint various people that need to be appointed in order for the school district to conduct their routine business. All these appointments are in board docs, are all publicly available online. Anyone can read these at any time. We are not going to read line by line through each in order to make this a more efficient meeting. So I'm going to entertain a motion to implement the appointments that are in item 5A of the agenda. Do I have a motion? Motion by Ms. Smith. Do I have a second? Ms. Wilson, all in favor?
President, I have a set aside.
In A that we just voted on, do we need to?
Five,
5A?
Yeah, 5A, I wanted to set aside one so that we could greet the new clerk.
Can you entertain my preference that we vote
Yes,
and then
of
we
course,
can
of course.
recognize her?
Yes, of course.
Thank you. So all in favor? That's unanimous. And now, Ellen, would you like to do the honors?
Sure. I just wanted to announce that we just appointed a new board clerk, Sierra Sturdivant, who is right here, and we're excited. We are very excited to have her taking on the role that Paula Tibbetts is serving today as Paula is moving to a new position in the district. So thank you very much for your service, and we're looking forward to working with you in the years ahead.
Terrific. I'm now going to entertain a motion for 5B, clerk of this meeting, Paula Tibbetts. May I have a motion? Ms. Roach, seconded by Ms. Smith. All in favor? That's unanimous. And in 5C, designations, this is banks and newspapers that we use as our official records, official holders of money and records. Do I have a motion as in 5C? Ms. Smith, seconded by Ms. Wilson. All in favor? That's unanimous. And now 5D, I'd like to entertain a motion to do the authorizations identified in item 5D. May I have a motion? Dr. Chatur, seconded by Ms. Wilson. All in favor? That's unanimous. And 5E, bonding. This is a blanket bond in the amount of $1 million for all district employees. May I have a motion for this bond? Ms. Smith, seconded by Ms. Roach. All in favor? That's unanimous. Now we come to the time in our meeting called board member statements. Is that matching what's on there? We seem to have scrolled down too far on the screen. There we go. Board member statements. Because this is the first meeting of the year, which is strange for us here in Albany, because this is our very first time that we are having our organizing first meeting of the year in July. Typically, we've done that in January because board members were elected in November. So this is a new thing for us to do it in July, which is when the vast majority of boards in the state of New York do this. And it's more in keeping with the nature of the school year for us to begin our year now at the beginning of the school's fiscal year. And at that time, each board member is asked to give a hopefully brief statement of their thoughts and their hopes for this school year, or really anything that they want to say about their intentions as a board member. And so I'm going to ask if she would be willing for Ms. Alexandra Mann to be first. It's always good to hear from people who've most recently been elected.
Okay, can folks hear me? I want to thank all the people that came out on this very hot day, and I want to thank all those individuals that took the time to listen to what I had to share during my campaign as to why I ran for this position, and I'm quite humbled to be sitting here and to be serving on behalf of our community. So I come to this table with my sleeves rolled up, prepared and ready to do the work. We are a large urban school district with numerous strengths to include amazing students and parents and caregivers, teachers, support staff, administration, and a pretty outstanding superintendent. My commitment as a member of the Albany City School Board is to engage in behavior that exemplifies good governance, which means for me a commitment to family and community engagement to ensure that we as a district engage in efforts and activity that includes the voice of parents, students, and the larger community. This kind of activity creates environments that are powerful, leave people feeling empowered, and really promotes our students and allows our students to experience success. I'm also deeply committed to equity and inclusiveness, equitable education opportunities for all of our students, and through equity throughout all of our systems within the school district. I'm committed to being prepared for board and committee meetings. I understand that there are many. I'm committed to weighing in on matters with an eye on fiscal responsibility. I'm committed to also being held accountable, and I encourage families, students, and community members to hold me and to hold us as a board accountable. I look forward to this work and truly believe that the stronger our schools are, the stronger that our communities are. It goes hand in hand, and a quality education is achieved by the combined efforts of parents, students' work, caregivers, teachers, support staff, school administration, and a superintendent. And as a member of the school board, I look forward to our efforts and work as we continue to improve as a district.
Thank you, Ms. Alexandra Mann. Ms. Roach, could you go next? Would you like to go next?
As I begin my second term as a school board member, I would like to thank the members of the audience that have come out here to participate in our meeting, as well as the other board members that I have worked with, and in the case of Ms. Alexandra Mann, campaigned with. It has been really a very rewarding experience serving on this board over the past almost 3 years, and I'm very excited by how far we have come as a district in the past 3 years. We have exciting new leadership. We're moving ahead with some capital projects. We are, as a board, committed to making a difference in the lives of children and committed to improving outcomes for all children in the city of Albany. As a board, we complement each other's strengths, and we work through our differences, and we try to exemplify good government and simply good behavior in everything that we do and everything that we are, and simply demonstrate that we are the sort of people that we would like our children to look up to as role models. That's very important to me, and I'd like to continue in the next 4 years as we move toward higher academic outcomes for higher and better academic achievement for our children, also focusing on the whole child and simply focusing on making our children the best citizens that they can be. Thanks.
Thank you, Ms. Roach. Dr. Chatur?
I want to welcome you all for coming out on this beautiful summer that we've been waiting for all winter. It's actually 1 year, 1.5 years, but it's my first year on the board, so I'm starting my second year of my first term. And it's been a learning experience. It's been rewarding in the fact that we've achieved quite a bit. There's a lot of things that we need to fix, but we've come a long way from where we started. We opened 3 new schools. We opened a middle school. We opened the Tony Clements Center of Excellence. We opened the International Center. So, all focusing on different programs. And so those were things that we have achieved. The Falcons now have a new swimming pool, and they seem to be doing well. In fact, all our kids are doing great in all the competitions that they've been doing across the district, across the state. That the Falcon robotics team actually represented us in the national championship. That is amazing. I mean, so if we give the kids the support they need, they will respond, they will stand up, and they will perform. And for the longest time, it's one thing to ask the kids to do this and do that, but we also have to give them the resources. And we haven't been in a position to give those resources through the tough times, the economical times that we had. But in the past few years, with the support of this board, the support of the community, we managed to get the referendums passed. There are bigger things that we need to do in coming years. We need a new middle school. There's great configuration. So again, there'll always be lots of work. But we've come a long way. In the past year, the biggest achievement that I think the board has done is hiring our new superintendent. You need good leadership at the top for direction. And I think we have a good captain at the helm. And I'm looking for big things to happen in this district. The STEM programs that were initiated last year seem to be doing wonders with our kids. People have talked about the IB program and the AP programs that exist in the high school. And I'm looking forward to actually supporting those and making sure we start building cohorts in the middle school. So these are our flagship programs. So we should tout them out and make sure that the rest of the suburbs around us see what we have to offer. We have the potential, and our kids can do it. There's nothing wrong with any of our kids. Every kid in our district has the potential to become somebody great. And if we support them and give them the right resources, I think we can see these things happening. This year we had 536 graduates at the high school. That's the biggest in a few decades from what I hear. I'm looking for that number to go up even more. So, in short, and I've taken more than my 3 minutes, but it's been more than my 1 year term. There's a lot of achievements that we have, and there's more to come. Stay tuned, but I'm looking to working with Damaris and the rest of the board. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chatur. Ms. Wilson?
Greetings to everyone in the audience. I have to stand because I'm a bit warm, so. First, I want to say thank you. First thing first, I'm a product of the school district, and I'm a very proud Falcon, and I'm happy to serve all of you. Thank you so much for electing me into office. Thank you to the City of Albany. Thank you to the Board of Superintendents, faculty and staff, administration. Thank you all. As far as the few points that I want to get across is, first and foremost, most people who tend to step up and serve already function in the role for many years, but tend to either doubt themselves or think that's not for them. But often they demonstrate these skills from a young age. My mother, who's in the audience, could probably remember me writing many letters and things of that nature, always being that person to be vocal about injustice and things of that nature from a young age. and fairness and things of that nature. And so actualizing into the person I am today, it's no wonder that from a young age, what I was doing really is advocacy work and looking to the audience. There's many folks who do that on a daily basis, looking at people who own not-for-profits or people who serve our communities in many ways. Thank you all. As far as the why me or why did I do such a thing, I think we should all ask ourselves that question, why not me? Or why am I not stepping up to do something for my community and the people around me? Another thing, as far as things I want to communicate, this has been an amazing experience for anyone who, again, looking to step up and take a role. I think any level in government is for everyone. We come from a long line of everyday activism in our community, starting all the way back to the Underground Railroad, even with Henry Johnson. Again, looking at people in the audience, we do this on a daily basis is very important. Thank you all. As far as the values in our diverse community, I just want everyone to know that I'm looking at this as a custodian role, and when I'm taking every decision into consideration, I'm doing it thinking, is it just, is it equitable, have we included everyone, and again, back to the justice, because we have to think of everybody before we move forward. And for my future goals are simply to continue to prioritize the most needy and the most vulnerable people in our district. We cannot save the child without first saving the family, and we can't take care of the family unless we look to fix or remedy what's going on in our communities. And I'll keep it short. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Wilson. Ms. Lang?
Thank you. And I will be starting as an officer this year, so I'm very proud and thankful that my colleagues elected me in this role. It has been an honor to serve, and I want to say, as starting in the Peace Corps and moving forward, that is the advocacy that we've chosen to do. I'm very proud of the work that we've done in the committees that we serve with the Code of Conduct, the government relations, meeting with our governor's office and making sure that the monies come down to where we need them, ENL funding, pre-K funding, because we know that those programs serve the most needy. I am very happy to have Ms. Adams at the helm. I believe that we are only moving forward. Our graduation rate for 6 years graduating is 70%, and I use that number more than I use the 4-year graduation rate because I'm very proud that we are a district that continues to help our children, and if it's going to take them 2 extra years, we get to do that, and I'm looking forward to continuing that trend. And most important, I'm excited to listening to anyone that ever comes to me. I've always listened, I've always responded, I've tried to get the information, and I've tried to make sure that we've done what needs to be done. We spend hours upon hours on many, many issues, talking, debating, and coming to the conclusion that we believe with the information that we have is going to be the best decision for all of our students, our community. And our children are our community. Our children are our neighbors, our students, and that is our number one priority. Our schools make our city great, and that's our focus.
Thank you, Ms. Lang. Ms. Smith?
And I will stand so you can see me. This has been just an exciting and exceptional nearly 3 years, almost, on the board. And I want to first say that during this time, my daughter has was a Falcon, and I'm a Falcon mother, and I'm very proud of her, and I just dropped her off to college yesterday. So yes, I'm going to be saying that a lot. My daughter's off to college, and I'll probably end up in a ball. But she enjoyed her time in the Albany City Schools, and particularly at the high school, where there are a number of incredible opportunities there. And so I'm very proud to have been a Falcon and raised her in this school district. I also want to say that I'm very proud of my colleagues and grateful to be working with them, each one of them. And Ms. Alexander Mann I have known from other activities in the community, and so I have no doubt that she will be an incredible addition to this board. We work very hard. We work on behalf of all of our children. We want to ensure that everyone succeeds, and that it's hard, and the hard work being done by our superintendent and cabinet. And but I want to make sure that I leave you today saying that we celebrate all those successful kids, but we also have to own those that don't do as well. And we must make sure that they have everything that they need to do well and be successful in this society, and for their families and their community. And I want to say too, I agree that we made an incredible decision and a good decision a little over 10 months ago in Ms. Adams, and I'm grateful that she accepted. I'm grateful that she intends to be here for a long time, correct? That stability is important here. Her leadership is important here. She has a tremendous cabinet, and without mentioning, because I'm sure I'm going to forget someone, but many of them are here in the audience, and I just can't thank them enough for what they do every day for our children. Now, the board is working collaboratively with all of them. We are in partnership with all of them, superintendent, her cabinet, and we will have some debates and some conversations that probably neither group really wants to have, but is necessary to have to ensure that our children are successful. And so I want to, again, thank them. There are many things that Superintendent Adams is focusing on, many big buckets, but within those buckets, she's trying to really hone in on the most important things. And I don't really have to mention all of them, but I just, it's not only our facilities and making sure our students have what they need in those schools and our staff as well, but it's community engagement, it's student engagement, it's curriculum and instruction, but she's got a handle on what we need to focus on. One of the things that, and I think Ms. Alexander Mann mentioned that I want to speak about, it is that student and community engagement piece. And in particular, really trying to, as a board, coming to looking at what it means to be culturally responsive as a board. What is that? How does that affect our policies? How does that affect our decisions, our budgetary decisions, all of those things? So we have a lot of work to do, but I want to say to you that this is a good group of people. This is a good board, and what we want to do now is to be great, but we won't be great until every one of our students is walking out that door with a diploma in hand, with a pathway that they know where they're going, they know what they want to do, and so that's the big challenge, I think, for us. But we are making all the best decisions we can in the best interest of our kids. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Smith, and thank you to all my board colleagues for your excellent remarks. I'm going to echo several of the things you've said, which I think is consistent with what people are starting to see of a board that has a consistent outlook and a consistent viewpoint about the way we want this district to go. I've served this board now for 3.5 years. I've been here longer than any other board member. I've been here longer than the superintendent. I've been here longer than several board clerks. I've been here longer than a couple of the cabinet members. It is very strange to find myself an old hand in such a short time period. 3.5 years is a very, very short time period. But with that short yet long viewpoint, I feel like I have a little foundation when I say that this year I literally could not be more optimistic about what is going to happen in the City School District of Albany this year. We, as a board, are going to work so hard to support our superintendent and her staff as they move us closer to being the district of excellence that we know we can and have to be for all of our children. We have some of the best teachers anywhere in Albany. We have some of the best staff anywhere in Albany. We have incredible students with unbelievable skills and exceptional potential. We have a board with incredible integrity. We have cabinet with incredible integrity, and we are working together well. Our team has a wonderful commitment to continuous improvement and has a commitment to delivering excellence in an equitable way. And that is the heart and the soul of the leadership team, including the board, the superintendent, and the cabinet. These are amazing assets. The teachers, the staff, the students, the cabinet, the board, the superintendent are incredible assets that put us in position for great leaps forward this year. With this board, with this superintendent, with this cabinet, with this faculty, with this staff, with these students, I know we can bring to life the vision that we as a team established last year, that we will be a district of excellence with caring relationships, engaging learning experiences, working in partnership with our wonderful, diverse community to provide equitable opportunities and give every child what he or she needs to succeed. Now, those words should be ringing bells, should sound vaguely familiar, because those are the words from our mission and vision statement that we, and I mean we in the large sense, including district staff, faculty, cabinet, superintendent, and board, established last year. We set ourselves a high standard, and I know with this team in place that we are prepared to bring ourselves to that point of excellence that we're going to demand of ourselves. And with that, I think that brings us to public comment. Do we have anyone on the public comment sheet? Nobody signed in for public comment? Okay, then we're going to move on. I'm sorry? I'd prefer not to so that we can move along unless it's absolutely pertinent and necessary. Ms. Cummings, is that okay? Can we hold till next time? Okay, excellent. Then I would like to move us on to routine consent. I'd like to entertain a motion to adopt our routine consent agenda. Those of you who do not normally participate in routine consent or come to board meetings should know that the way we operate is that many routine matters in front of the school board are adopted in one pass so that we don't have to review with you present every single one of our, 30 or so contracts. Each board member has the opportunity to set anything aside and pull it out of routine consent if they are concerned that it needs further discussion. So this first motion is just to entertain a motion to pass routine consent. May I have a motion? Ms. Wilson, may I have a second? Ms. Roach, are there any set-asides? Dr. Chatur.
Just want to set aside HH.
Can you give me the name as well to make sure we don't have a lettering
Casey
issue?
Halloran Bump.
Okay, excellent. Anything else that we need to set aside? Okay, then all in favor of the routine consent assignment, routine consent agenda, less H8 Casey Halloran Bump. All in favor? That's unanimous. Now, a separate motion to pass Casey Halloran Bump. Can I get a motion? Ms. Wilson, and a second. Ms. Smith, any discussion? Dr. Chatur.
Just a minor typo. It says softball pinching lessons. We don't want to be pinching any softballs. It's
Yes, I
pitching.
did notice that as it went through. There is a minor typo of softball pinching in the pitching cover sheet. I believe it's only in the cover sheet, though, not in the contract.
Yep. The rest of the contract is fine.
Okay, so with that minor amendment, may I have the votes to pass that? We've had a motion and a second. All in favor? That's unanimous. Mrs. Adams, would you like to speak?
Good afternoon and welcome. Ms. Alexander Mann, we want to welcome you and say thank you very much. We appreciate you joining the board, and congratulations to Ms. Wilson and to Ms. Roach. At this time, we have an appointment that we would like to announce, and she is here in the audience. Ms. Ashley Chappell, will you please stand? Congratulations to you. She has been appointed as our new instructional supervisor for PE, health, and athletics. Thank you so very much, and congratulations to you.
Okay, it's 6:06 p.m. and I would like to entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting. Ms. Wilson, seconded by Dr. Chatur. All in favor? We are adjourned. You are free to move about the room or the country.